Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and in today's review we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Legacy United Wave 2 Beast Wars Universe Voyager class Silverbolt. Let me know what you think of this figure in the comment section down below. Is it a pickup or a pass? Let's now take a look at the figure's packaging. So here we have the packaging. Starting at the very front, we have Transformers going down the side with the Legacy United logo at the bottom of the box, with Beast Wars Universe Silverbolt in white text with a white Maximal symbol going down the other side of the packaging, and a really cool image of Silverbolt and his Wolf Eagle alt mode. Also an open window displaying the figure in the packaging, and if you do take a look at the top of the box, we do have another Legacy United logo there as well. And moving to the side of the packaging, we do have a really cool close-up image of Silverbolt in his robot mode, showing off his head and chest, and another of a wide shot of Silverbolt's robot mode with his weapons or accessories. Now moving to the back of the box, the figure transforms in 27 steps. There's a product shot showing off his robot and his alt mode. And moving to the final side of the packaging, we do have half of the Legacy United artwork. So if you do get another Voyager from this Legacy United line, such as Cybertron Starscream, you can put both boxes together and complete the artwork. And that is pretty much it for the packaging. So let's now get into the review. Here we have Silverbolt in his robot mode. Let's take a look at the details, starting at the very top. With that head sculpt, there's some light gray for the helmet section, some yellow for the eyes, some silver for the mouth, and some black for the spikes sticking out of the top of the head and going down the face. Now taking a look at the arms, mostly done in that light gray color with a little bit of fur texture detailing on the outside of the shoulders. Now moving closer to the stomach and chest region, there's some bronze right there with some silver overlapping panels and some fur texture detailing. There's also this massive red dot at the stomach. Not really sure if this has a purpose for the character, but design wise I do quite like the look of it, with all the spikes surrounding it done in a really nice silverish gunmetal gray color. Now moving to the waist or crotch, we do have this panel here with some diamond like shapes done in bronze, and some more fur texture detailing for the top of the legs, and some bronze for the knee and the ankle. And I do like the eagle slash hawk like claws for the feet with the sharp talons and knuckles sculpted in. Now moving to the back of the figure, overall really clean and compact and tidy. And taking a look at the wings, all over there is some rough textured detailing there, and I do like how the feathers are overlapping one another, and the wide array of colors. There's some black, some bronze, some silver, and gray. Overall just fantastic wings. Hasbro did a great job. And as for articulation, there is a hinge at the base of this panel, so this can hinge in and out. There's also a hinge at the base of the wing that can hinge in and out. The wings can also be extended and retracted, and this little back tail feather piece with these white feathers can also hinge up and down, but that is mostly due to transformation. Now going back to the front of the figure, the head can look up and down, tilt side to side, and look left to right. The arm can move out and in. There is a bicep rotation, a double jointed elbow bend, and of course just extending the arm, there is a wrist rotation. Now to access the waist, I would advise to move the arms out just to get some added clearance. Then you're going to grab that tail feather piece at the back, hinge that out as well as this crotch piece, and then you can hinge the waist side to side. The legs can kick forward, back, out to the side and in. There is rotation at the top of the leg, a knee bend to a very good degree, and the foot can pivot side to side and up and down. And that is it for articulation. And now for accessories, the figure includes 2 spears that can be placed in the figure's hands or on the wings. Starting our robot mode comparisons, here we have Silverbolt alongside his love interest from the Beast Wars series, that being Black Arachnia, which are both in a pose that I recreated from a scene in the series where Silverbolt saves her during an intense battle. Well, I like your resume. Here we have Silverbolt next to the leader of the Maximals, Optimus Primal. Now that we have almost completed the Season 1 cast of the Maximals, I hope this means we can start to get some of their Transmetal designs in figure form. Now for transformation, what you're going to want to do is remove all the accessories from the figure and put them off to the side. You can then fold up the crotch panel towards the chest. How that's going to tab into place is there is a tab on the crotch panel and a slot on the chest. And once you've done that, that should just soft click into place like so. You can then bring the robot mode head as far forward as you possibly can. You can then utilize the double jointed elbow bend and hinge the forearm up until it clicks into place. You can repeat the same process with the other arm, so just hinge that up until it clicks into place. You can then move to the side of the figure. As you can see, we have the hind legs of the alt mode. You're going to hinge these as far forward as you possibly can. You can do the same thing with the other one on the other arm. Just hinge that as far forward as you possibly can. Once you've done that step, you can hinge both of what used to be the robot mode arms out as far as you can to the side. This is not an official step in the transformation booklet. This is merely just to add extra clearance to move the other parts of the figure for the transformation. You can then again move to the side of the figure. You're going to hinge this little feather piece out on the back of the figure. You can then rotate at the top of the leg or the thigh all the way around, and this is what you're going to want the leg to look like for the alt mode. This is what it used to look like for the robot mode. So do the same thing on this one. Rotate at the top of the thigh all the way around. We can then untab the shoulder from the chest on both sides like so and hinge these all the way up. There is a drop down hinge at the shoulder, so you're just going to drop down what used to be the remote arms all the way down like so. We can then go to the back of the figure. You're going to hinge this entire backpack section down and out. You can fold out the wolf head, and this created this massive, huge open gap that you can tuck the robot mode head inside. And you're going to bring both halves of these sections together and then tab them into place. As you can see, there is a tab and slot on this side and a corresponding tab and slot on the other side. So that should just lock into place like so. You can then bring this entire section and rotate it all the way around. So now the wolf head is facing towards the robot mode legs. There is a tab right there and a slot right there, so you can lock the hind legs of the alt mode into place. Do the same thing on the other side. Just lock the hind legs into place. How this feather piece is going to tab into place is there is two slots and two tabs, and that will just tab into place like so. You can grab the feet and hinge these forward or down, however you want to say it, and you can bend out what used to be the knee, now the elbow, and you're just going to bend this entire section back, and this will also lock into place. There is a slot and a tab, and that's just going to tab into place like so. Repeat the same process with the other one. Hinge that back, lock that into place like so. As you can see, there is several posts and ports, and those will just plug into place. There is two tabs at the neck of the wolf head and two slots, and that's going to lock into place as well. And that is it for transformation. Here we have Silverbolt in his Wolf Eagle alt mode. Let's take a look at the details. Starting at the very front, I do like the light gray and bronze for the legs and the nail and knuckle detailing sculpted into the paws. Now moving to the wolf head, I do like the small sculpted in ears at the top of the head and the silverish gray and dark black for the base color of the wolf head. We also do have a long snout and nose with some very sharp, scary teeth peeking through, making it look rather menacing and scary, and there is a lot of fur texture detailing all over, but I'm not a big fan of the eyes. They're just one solid color, that being yellow, so it makes the alt mode look rather possessed and kind of goofy. So if there was more details, it would make it come more alive. But now moving to the midsection and taking a look at the top, there's a lot of rough texturing all over on the wings and this back spinal section. I'm going to briefly touch base with the wings because I did cover them earlier when he was in his robot mode, so I'm not going to spend too much time right now, but I do like the wide array of colors such as the black, the bronze, the silver, and the gray, and I do like how Hasbro sculpted the feathers in a way to where it looks like they are overlapping one another. There is also some very bright white tail feathers at the back, and of course taking a look at the hind legs, mostly done in that simple light gray color, but I do like the sharp nail and knuckle detailing of the back paws. And that is it for the details. So now for articulation, starting at the very front with that wolf head, the mouth can open and close. As for the legs, they can also hinge up and down. The paws can move side to side and up and down as well. I will be skipping the articulation of the wings for this section of the review because I already covered that when he was in his robot mode. And the back paws can kick forward and back. Consider that my resignation from the Predacons Megatron. Starting our alt mode comparisons, here we have Silverbolt next to the leader of the Predacons, Megatron. And now for one big group comparison, here we have all of the Maximals Hasbro has released so far in their modern day lines. And I have to say, these are some of the best Voyager, Deluxe, and Core classes Hasbro has ever released. But I do see one character missing from the group, and that is Depth Charge. So I do hope for a future Hasbro Transformers line we can get a much needed update of the character. But let me know what your favorite Maximal figure is in the comments below. Last but not least, here we have Silverbolt alongside the Leader Class Sandstorm, whose separate review is coming soon. Now for my final thoughts on the Transformers Legacy United Wave 2 Beast Wars Universe Voyager Class Silverbolt, with Hasbro introducing our first Beast Wars Fuzor in Legacy United. I hope this means we can get Quick Strike in a future line. Starting in the robot mode, Hasbro did a great job recreating Silverbolt's Beast Wars show design into toy form, with a cartoon-accurate head sculpt and fur texture detailing scattered across the figure, and his color scheme done in a nice gray, silver, and bronze. Accessory-wise, the figure includes 2 identical spears with painted scorch marks at the tips and sculpted fur detailing on the rest, and can be placed in the figure's hands or wings. Transformation is intricate and introduces new engineering techniques, but still fun to convert back and forth. Now for Silverbolt's alt mode, I think Hasbro did a great job creating the fusion between a wolf and eagle with massive wingspan and menacing wolf head with sharp teeth. What do you think of this figure? Let me know in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this review, and I will see you next time.